What's up, guys? So today we have the Ferrari 488 Pista, and the Pista for the Italian word stands for track. The Pista is actually 198 pounds lighter than the regular 488. So the 488 Pista has a starting MSRP of $330,000, and the gas mileage for the Pista is actually pretty good. It's 15 miles per gallon on the city and 20 miles to the gallon on the highway, which I think is pretty good for a supercar. The 488 Pista has a twin-turbo 3.9 liter V8 engine that generates a whopping 711 horsepower, and along with 567 foot-pound of torque. So the 488 Pista is very light, mostly made with carbon fiber material. It only weighs in at 3,054 pounds, and the 0 to 60 speed is rated at 2.7 seconds. Alright guys, we got the original Ferrari emblem over here, and then we got the racing stripes right down the middle, which I think they did a great job. It gives it a unique Pista look. And right here we have open vent in front of the car in the hood, and this is, I believe they designed it this way to give it more downforce or better airflow for performance. I'm not an engineer, but that's just my guess. Alright, over here we have the frunk. And as you guys can see, this is the only real storage space you have in a Ferrari. It comes with a toolkit. These are where the toolkits for the wheels are. There is no spare tire, so do not get a flat tire in a Ferrari. So yeah, this is adequate space for some groceries, you know. Probably like a few days worth of groceries in here. You can fit your kid in here, you know, in case. No, just kidding, don't do that. But yeah, this is some adequate front space. The 488 Pista comes standard with 20-inch wheels, and you have the option to choose the colors. I think the gold color looks great with the red exterior. And then we also have the Brembo ceramic brake pads. For high-performance cars, you're gonna need something like this. And then you can see the slotted and drilled rotors. It is made with quality. I mean, this is some high-end product right here, which is for a high-end car. So over here, we have the rear end of the Ferrari. And as you can see, I love the original design of the Ferrari taillights, the two circle round taillights on each end. And then you got the Ferrari emblem, of course. And then down here, we got the 12 brake lights. They're actually inspired from Formula One racetrack cars. And then you also got the rear camera right here. It's very low to the ground, so you can't really see much in the camera view. And over here, we have an open vent system. I believe, I'm not no engineer, but I do believe this is for performance. And since the 488 Pista is a mid-engine car, the engine, of course, is in the middle. And then, right here in the engine bay, it's very beautifully designed. I mean, right here, as you can see, there is the car made out of carbon fiber. The oil cap right here, what happens is when Ferrari gets to its destination dealership, the dealership makes sure the Ferrari oil cap is very straight to the point where it's facing the rear. Alright guys, so now we're going to take the 488 Pista on a run. We're going to go to the highway right now to kind of like test its powers. Of course, the comfort level on the Pista is not so great just because of the fact that it's a supercar and it's meant for sheer power and fun. But I gotta say, like, wow, like, it is fun to drive so far, and we haven't even pushed it yet. So once we get into the more open road, we're going to show you guys how fun this car can be. Alright, let's pull it.
Oh shit.
Holy.
Oh shit.
What was that?
It's my camera.
Oh, okay. I was like,
360.
shit. Alright, we'll do another one.
Fine.
Alright.
Here we go.
Ready?
Yep.
Alright, let's pull it.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's pulled. Okay.
Alright,
Just a few seconds ago, there was this car that pretty much was just stopped in the middle of the road. There was no yield sign or anything. He had his own lane. So I tried to honk the horn. So I realized for the Ferrari, it's not like a regular car. There's no horn button right here on the steering wheel. That's something I'm gonna have to find out for you guys once we get back. I'm gonna have to look for the horn because that's kind of important. So I was the entire time I was doing this. I'm like, yo, go, but there's no horn. So yeah, just something funny I wanted to let you guys know. Alright guys, so now I want to talk about the interior of the 488 Pista. I'm only 5'6". I had a little trouble getting in here. So if you're like 6 foot or taller than 6 foot, you're gonna have some real trouble getting in here. It's not the most spacious car, but you know, it's for fun. It's not a practical car. It's meant for just pure adrenaline rush. So majority of the 488 Pista is made with material called Alcantara, which is similar to suede, but it's more, I guess, high-end. And so the Alcantara is all over here, the seats, all over the dash, and literally about 80% of the interior is made out of Alcantara. And then also the other major material that's used is carbon fiber. And I believe the reason why they use carbon fiber is because it's a lighter material than others, and it looks more, sportier, high-end, gives it a nice look. All right, and we also have some storage space. About storage, besides the frunk, you got some storage space right here, a little netting, and then you got some space you can put whatever you need to. It's not the biggest space, and we also have to put the seats up. So this is all going to be taken up when you're actually sitting down. For the $330,000 price tag, you get one cup holder right here, as you can see. So the cup holder right here, it's honestly, you cannot even fit like a regular fast food drink size, because this is very small. And then this right here is actually not a cup holder. It's actually a place where you can have your little Ferrari key sit. I don't know why you wouldn't just have it in your pocket or in your keychain, but for odd reason, you can make sure your Ferrari key has a nice place to sit. And then another thing about storage for the Pista is there is no glove compartment, glove box. So very interesting. All right, so right over here we have our gear selector. It's like a shark fin style, which is very interesting. And as you can see, there is no drive or park button. You got reverse, auto, and PS, which stands for some Italian word for launch control. So this is $330,000 infotainment system you get right here. It is about like a 3.5, 4-inch screen. The buttons are on to the side right here. You got the main buttons for your infotainment system. And as you can see, it's got your regular setup stuff, phone, navigation, media, and radio. And over here we have our climate control system. Yeah, I was expecting a little more for a high-end supercar to have like a nicer climate control system. It's a little bit not efficient, I would say, but it gets the job done. As you can see, for the passenger side, you actually have a door pull handle right here. It's made of carbon and Alcantara. And then for the driver's side right here, for some odd reason, they just put the Alcantara kind of like a little string you hold on to. I think they did it for weight reduction. I have no idea. No idea why they made these two different. Maybe it's too much for the passenger, like, oh my god, I actually need a real door pull. Who knows? Alright, since for the shark fin there is no gear selection for first gear or park, the way you're going to put your Ferrari into gear is actually through the paddle shifter. So you would hit the right paddle shifter once to put into first gear, and it'll automatically shift gears after that. And of course you can always control the gears with the paddle shifters yourself. And then to park the Ferrari, there's actually a park button right here underneath. And then there's something called auto park. So in order to park the Ferrari, you would have to put it into neutral gear, which would be to select both of the paddle shifters at the same time, and it hits neutral, and then you can hit the park gear to put it into park, and you hear it engaging. And another cool feature that the 488 Pista has is that it has an air suspension button right here. So whenever you're going through big bumps or anything like that, because the Ferrari sits so low, this air suspension button, what it does is it raises the front end of the Ferrari, so you do not scrape your lip or the front bumper. Alright guys, one interesting fact about this car is that it does not have a turn signal stub on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side does not have a windshield wiper. So the turn signals are actually right here on the steering wheel. So right here, if you click the right, it'll turn the right, and then the left button right here. And then for the windshield wipers, there's a button for the windshield wipers right here as well, if you guys can see. And then we actually found the horn. The horn is right here, and this is where the horn is. Two little buttons right here. And then I guess you put your thumbs right there as you drive, and you can honk the horn. Alright, now that we went through an overview of the exterior, interior, and we're going for a test drive, I'm going to go through with you guys the pros and cons of the 4888 Pista. Alright, the pros of owning this car is, one, it's very sexy, it's great handling, and it is fun to drive. And then it could be a possible chick magnet. We don't know, we haven't tested it yet, but if you guys do want us to test it out, please comment below that you guys want us to test the chick magnet theory out. And then the cons for this car is the fact that depending on where you live, rear-wheel drive can be a con, especially if you live in the East Coast where there's always rain and snow and it's cold most of the year. But if you live on the West Coast, it's not really a con because in California, the weather is always beautiful and sunny. The other con is the fact that I would be honestly scared to death to take it anywhere and to have it parked in a regular parking lot, because then, I'll be scared. I'm worried about someone, dinging the Ferrari with, someone else's door, or, a shopping cart going randomly rogue, and so many other things, just because it is a very high-end car. But it is a beautiful piece of art, and it is a great machine to drive. Until next time, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.